Hi all, good morning. Welcome to the SQL training course. Hope my voice is audible to everyone and my screen is visible. Can anyone please confirm?
Yes, visible.
Okay, fine, perfect. So, brief introduction about myself. I am Mohammad Tanveer Khan. I have around 13 years of experience in data analytics, working in the IT industry with SQL, Python, and Unix as my primary skill sets. So, coming to this training course, here, like this is a weekday batch, Monday to Friday, the morning 7 to 9 a.m. IST, and the course duration is 1 month. Okay. And let me show you the syllabus as well. Just a minute. So just a minute. Okay. So this is the syllabus which will be covered during the course. So here you have this basic keywords of SQL, and then these are the basic operators which will be covered, and how to handle null. Okay, how to handle duplicate using distinct keyword, then the different aggregate functions like count, sum, max, minimum, average, how to filter the data using having and where, the different clauses. Okay, and if you want to delete the data, then how you can delete data, what are the difference between drop, delete, and truncate. I will request everyone to go on mute. I have muted everyone. If you have any question, you can please ask. Then different CTs, common table expression and recursive CT, very important. Set operators, all these four set operators will be discussed. Then the different joins and advanced window function. Now in this, from this batch, we are going to add few more keywords. First value and last value. This is a new addition from this batch onwards. And then these are the different constraints, subquery. Okay. And then these are the set of approx 40 conceptual questions, which are very important from interview perspective, which will also be covered during the course. So this is about the syllabus, and this is Monday to Friday, morning 7 to 9. I have shown you here. Okay. Course duration is approx 1 month. And during this course, we'll be sharing approx 250 assignment questions. On an average, we'll be sharing 10 assignment questions on a daily basis. Okay. And you will get recording after each and every class, and then workbook notes and all this other contents will be shared. Now, do you have any question? Any question, anyone? No questions. May I know your expectation from this course? What are your expectation from this course? Anyone? No one has an expectation. You just joined the course. Advanced SQL concept will be covered. Yes, advanced SQL concept will be covered. Like whatever I have shown you here, recursive CT, joins, window functions, subqueries, correlated queries. These all are under advanced SQL functions. Okay. Any other question or any expectation from this course? Anyone before I start? No expectations. Okay, fine. And the session is purely interactive. My humble request to everyone is to ask question, make the session interactive. You have full freedom that you should ask any question. Okay. One more thing I want to show you here. Just a minute, let me show you that. Sorry, please don't message. I don't prefer going through the message. If you have any question, you can directly ask. Yes, you will be getting recording, and recording will be having lifetime access. Once the course is over, immediately you will get access to the recording. Let me show you. This is the platform on which we teach. This is on Graphy. So here you could see on a daily basis, day by day. You will like suppose it is 8th December. I have covered where and all. I'm showing you for the previous batch is 17, which is almost completed. So here on 8th December, I have completed where and all, and then here you can find the recording is there. Then here classroom notes, it's there. Then this is the workbook, and this is the assignment. So like this 8th December, then you have for 11th December, these all topics were covered. Then classroom notes, workbook, assignment, and the recording. Similarly for 30th December and each and every date you can find. So similarly, you will find it for your batch as well. Okay. Any question? I think there is no question. Fine. Okay. Now, can I ask why SQL? Why we should learn SQL? Okay. Anyone? Why we should learn SQL? Why we are learning SQL?
To fetch data from different database, we must know SQL.
Good. So SQL is required to extract data from the database. You're right. But why we want to extract data? What is the benefit of extracting data?
If we want to leverage the data in reporting, if we have to showcase the in dashboard the data, we need a language to fetch the data, to extract the data, and SQL is the I can say primarily the language which can help us. It can be any RDBMS like MongoDB. MongoDB is different thing, but here RDBMS like MySQL. Mostly MySQL is used, and for development and other language like
yeah, Oracle is there, SQL Server
Oracle,
is
yes,
there. Yes. Okay. Good. Good answer.
PostgreSQL.
Perfect. Yeah. Correct. So let's try to understand like why SQL is very important these days in IT industry. And let me write something here, although you guys are not asking question. So in the below job profiles, like for data analyst, data engineer, SQL or ETL developer, then you have business analyst. You're working for business intelligence. Business intelligence means either you're working as a Power BI developer or Tableau developer, or you're working as an ETL or database tester, or if you're working as a data scientist. Even in machine learning pipelines, SQL is very important. And these are the very high level job profiles in which without SQL, you cannot do anything. Okay. If you want, you can check the job descriptions for this job profile and Naukri, you will find that SQL will be one of the main prerequisite. Okay. So that's why nowadays in the IT industry, SQL is like a bread and butter. Okay. You have to be very clear with that. And not only the basic SQL, but you must be having good understanding that how to write complex SQL queries. So that's why SQL is very important these days. Now, the question is how it helps the business. Okay. Actually, these days, each and every business, they are populating huge volume of data. let's say I'm giving a very simple example of Amazon or Flipkart or any other e-commerce site. Can you imagine the number of transactions happening on a day-to-day, on a daily basis, right? It's like, I think maybe around millions of transactions are happening on Amazon platform or Flipkart platform, or let's say take the example of any social media platform, YouTube, Insta, LinkedIn, Twitter. So again, like a lot of posts, a lot of video, a lot of images are getting uploaded. People are posting, right? And and it is very important for the business stakeholders, for the managers to understand the data. Then only they can understand how the people they're using their platform, and accordingly they can make their business strategy. So net, it is very important for any business to understand like how the business is performing, right? And that they can do only with the help of data, if they can extract the data, right? Now, suppose when we are looking at the YouTube, so you all have observed YouTube or Insta, you all have observed, if you're interested in political videos, you will see that the YouTube will give you, the feeds will give you only political videos, right? If you're interested in religious videos, it will give you religious videos only. If you're interested in sports, it will give you the videos related to sports only. So how it is working at the back end, right? That is very important. So that is where the SQL comes into picture. With the help of SQL, you can extract data from the database, and then you can showcase to the stakeholders, to your managers, to the clients. Okay. And then accordingly, they can understand how the business is performing and they can take some business decisions, right? Okay, so that is why SQL is very important, because this is a language with the help of which you can store data, you can manipulate data, you can extract data. On net, I can tell you, you can play with the data. So that is why SQL is very important these days. Any question? Okay, no questions. So I will start from scratch. I'm assuming that no one knows anything about SQL. Maybe few of you might be knowing the basics of SQL, but still I will start from scratch. And in my session, you have full freedom to ask question at any point of time. I will request everyone to ask questions, whatever is coming in your mind. Don't worry about it, whether the question is simple or brilliant or whatever it may be. You have full freedom to stop me at any point of time and ask question. Okay, let's make the session interactive. And I will start from scratch. So in SQL, you have net, you can use SQL to extract data, right? But before that, you should know how to store data. That is more important, right? Then only you can extract data. So now how to store data, that is what first of all we will try to understand, okay? Now suppose I have a customer table. I will explain you what is table and all the stuff, don't worry, okay? Customer ID, and this is customer name. Please don't do drawing on the board. Where is the eraser? Okay. Customer ID, customer name, and suppose this is transaction amount. This is location. Okay. Customer ID is 1. Customer name is suppose I'm taking name from this group. Bharat. Transaction amount is 200. I think I'm pronouncing you correct. It's Bharat, right?
Sorry, Tanvir, it's Bharat.
Bharat. Okay, fine.
Bharat Ratna.
Okay, good. So customer ID 1, customer name is Bharat, transaction amount is 200, location is Delhi. And then suppose the second one is Samrat. Transaction amount is suppose 300, location is Chennai. And then we have customer ID 3, it is Vineet. Transaction amount is 150, location is Pune. Okay. Randomly I have taken 3 records. So suppose if I'm handling a retail store, so this is how I will manage the data, right? Now here you could see I have written customer. So this is nothing but the table name. Okay. What is table in the world of database? It is equivalent to house. So we need house to stay, right? So similarly, we need table where you can store data or you can save data. Okay, hope that is clear. So net, what is a table? Table is an object where you can save your data, you can store your data. So that is known as table. So here the table name is customer. It is not necessary that your table name has to be customer. It is purely your wish. You can create a table with any name, whatever you want. There are a few restrictions, so we will discuss that down the line. Okay, but hope this is clear. What is the table? Table is something where you can save or store data. Okay. Now these are the columns like customer ID. I've written cust ID in short. So this is one column. And then you have another column, which is customer name. Then you have transaction amount. Then you have location. So these are the columns in which we are storing the data. Okay. So far, any question?
No, sir.
No question. Good. So here we have 4 columns. Okay. Now, if you want, you can add more columns as well. There is no restriction on the number of columns. Here we have 4 columns. Customer ID is one column. Customer name is another column. Transaction amount is another column. Location is another column. So we have 4 columns in this customer table, but there is no such restriction on the number of columns in a table. Even you can have 10 columns, 50 columns, 100 columns, 20 columns, one column that is allowed. So as per your requirement, you can have that much number of column in a table. Hope this is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now this is one record. So here the record is customer ID is 1, customer name is Bharat, transaction amount is 200, location is Delhi. So this is one record. Similarly, this is another record, and this is the third record. Okay. So in this table, how many records do we have?
3.
We have 3 records, 1, 2, and 3 records, and we have 4 columns. Okay. Columns are also known as attributes. They are also known as fields. Okay. But mostly people term it as columns or fields. Okay. In few of the questions, you will find they write it as attributes as well, but they are one and the same. Okay, and this is known as rows, or this is also known as records. I hope this is.
These are also called as schemas.
No. This is not a schema. Schema is a different thing. I will cover that down the line. Okay, but this is not a schema. Good question. This is not a schema. Schema is a different thing.
Tanvir, I am just forgetting. Is tuple somehow related to this one? I mean, fields
Tuple.
and columns. Yeah, tuples. Or they
Yeah,
are
that is related to
the
that only.
minute part. I think it is minute part, but just I forgot. That's why I'm asking.
No, that is fine. That is fine. You are correct. We will cover it. So tuples are also related to this only. I will cover each and every one by one. Okay.
Yes.
Any question? Any question apart from this? Is this clear? No. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, good. So these are columns. So the columns are customer ID, customer name, transaction amount, and location. Okay. And then we have this as a rows. This is one row. This is another row. This is another row. These are known as rows or records. So these are also known as tuple, what I think one gentleman has referred. Okay, but generally it is known as rows or records. Hope this is clear so far.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. Please feel free and ask question if you have any. Don't worry whether the question is simple or whatever it may be. You have full freedom to ask question. Make the session interactive. So even I will feel motivated taking the session. Okay. Now the thing is, I'm doing everything on an Excel. Okay, but your Excel has certain limitations. You cannot populate huge volume of data. Suppose if you have 20 million records, can you store that in Excel sheet? Not possible, right?
Mhm.
So that is why we have to do all those things in a database. Now we have different type of databases. Few of the common database are, you have Oracle, this is known as Oracle SQL Developer. You have Microsoft SQL Server. This is also known as SSMS. Then you have Postgres DBeaver. Then you have MySQL. You have Netezza, Teradata, or many such type of databases are there. You have a Snowflake. Now you might be thinking, and I remember many of you have called me before the demo session and you have asked that on which database you will be teaching. Okay. One thing I want to tell you, the SQL language, which I'll be going to teach you during the course, it is applicable on all these databases. Okay. Syntax is same. Hardly 1% difference you will find in the syntax. Okay. Will be there in the syntax little bit, but you don't have to worry about that. Okay. And I'll be teaching you mostly on Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server, but it doesn't mean that you cannot write those queries on Postgres. Okay, because I know many of you will be having question that Tanvir, in my project I'm working on Postgres, so how I will write the query? It is exactly same. I will tell you the equivalence to this. If you know how to drive a car, so you can drive a car of any company, maybe it is Tata, Hyundai, Audi, or any other, right? Similarly, once you know how to write SQL queries, these are just the different vendors. Like in car, how you have Tata company, Hyundai, Honda, then you have Maruti, you have Audi, you have BMW, right? So these are different companies, but the way how you have to write car, it's more or less same, correct? The dashboard will be different, correct? So similarly, they have different dashboard, but the way how you have to write the SQL query is exactly same. Hardly 1% difference will be there that I'll be covering during the course. Hope that is fine. Okay.
Yep.
Now the one way is to download it, that you can download Oracle SQL Developer or you can download SSMS. But during my course, I don't recommend participant to download anything, but it's up to your wish. If you want to download, I will share the recording. In that you can find the step-by-step process is there how to download it. Okay, but during my course, I will explain you, I will teach you everything on a browser-based database. I will show you that. Just open any browser. I'm opening here Edge. If you write here Oracle Live, and don't do it now. Okay, you can practice it after the class, and whatever coding I'll be doing, everything will be shared with you. Don't worry. Okay. So this is the database. You have to write Oracle Live SQL. Okay, so very simple. Click on it. Now you might be thinking that why, Tanvi, you are not allowing us to download. The reason is I know many of you will be having your official laptop. You're working on official laptop, right? You don't have the personal laptop. So in that case, what will happen in your official laptop? You cannot download any software or database. I hope you all know this, right? As your company, your IT desk will not allow that. So for that purpose, we don't ask our participants to download anything. Okay, now this is browser based. You don't have to download anything here. Okay, so easily you can practice here. No need to download. Even if you have official laptop, you can just go to Google and you can write Oracle Live SQL and you can practice. Okay, so that is why we prefer on this browser based database. Now then you have to click on the start coding. You could see this is start coding option. You have to click on it. After this, you have to create account. If you're the first time user, you have to click on create account. Then after that, you will see a pop-up page will open, and there you have to enter your details like your name, your company name, your designation, your Gmail ID, mobile number. If you don't want to give your correct company name or designation, you can write anything. You can write NA, not applicable, or anything. But your Gmail ID should be the correct, because they will send you an email on your Gmail ID and then you have to set your password. That's all. It's very simple. Okay. So, and then you can log in. So it's very simple. Any questions so far, anyone?
No, sir.
No questions. Okay. Now this is the platform on which we'll be doing coding. Okay. Now, the first thing is I have shown you here that we have a table. Name is customer. So I will show you how you can create a customer table in a database. Okay. So for that, you have to write create. Is the font size visible?
Yes, sir.
So you have to write create table customer. So when you will write create table customer, so your SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants to create a table with the name customer. Now, before this, there are two types of keywords in SQL, reserved keywords and then reserved keywords, and then you have user defined keywords. Okay. Reserved keywords are those keywords which SQL engine has a special meaning. A special meaning means SQL engine knows what to do. Here, create and table, you could see these words. So these are known as reserved keywords. Why? Because through this, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants to create a table. The engine will automatically understand it. So that is why this is known as reserved keywords. Okay. There are many other reserved keywords that we'll be covering during the course. Okay. Now, customer is a user-defined keyword. Why this is user-defined keyword? Because the user, like here, I'm the user, right? So user has full freedom to create a table with any name. I'm creating a table with the name customer. If you want to create a table with the name employee or with the name sales, with the name purchase, okay, with the name transaction, anything, you can create that table. You have full freedom. So that is why the table name here, this is known as user defined. And here this keywords create and then table, these are known as reserved keywords. Why? Because the moment you will write create, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, I have to create something. Then you have written table. Then the engine will understand that, oh, I have to create a table. Is that clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, after that, like suppose if you want to construct a house, okay, so you will connect with that architect, okay, and then you will tell him that, okay, I have this much amount of like I have 1,000 or 2,000 square feet of land. In that, I want a 3 BHK and I want a balcony, lobby, and all those things. You will tell the configurations, right? So similarly, when you're creating a table, you have to mention the name of the table, and then you have to mention the columns. Like here we have this 4 columns, right? So you have to mention the columns, whatever you want. So you could see I have written the 4 columns: customer ID, customer name, transaction amount, and location. And this all has to be separated with comma. It's very simple. Okay, any question?
No, sir.
No questions? Okay.
Tanvir,
Yeah.
this reserve keyword or user defined keyword, this is case sensitive or it's we can write in any case?
No, I will come to that, but because you have asked this, so I will answer it now. This is not case sensitive. This is case insensitive. Case insensitive means this create, this table, this customer, this column names. You have full freedom. You can write this in any case. You can write this in uppercase. You can write in lowercase. Any case you can write. There is no restriction on it. SQL is case sensitive with data. That we will discuss once I will insert the data. But so far, if you're talking about the reserved keywords or the user defined keywords, SQL is not case sensitive. You have full freedom to write this in any case, uppercase, lowercase, proper case, or any case. Hope I answered the question.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I will show you that. I'll prove it. Okay, so this is done. Now, next, after that, you have to mention the data type. Now, why you have to mention the data type? And I'm not covering data type in detail now, okay, because as of now, I will just show you the basics of it. Then down the line, we will deep dive into that, okay. Now, you have mentioned here to the SQL engine that you want to create a customer table and you have mentioned the columns as well. But after this, you have to tell to the SQL engine that what type of data you want to store here. Okay. Like suppose if you are arranging a party, so you have to understand the taste of your guest as well, right? How many of them are vegetarian? How many of them are non-vegetarian, right? So accordingly, when you have mentioned the columns here, so you have to tell to the SQL engine that what type of data you want to store in them. If I'm talking about customer ID, right, you could see here that customer ID is having all numbers, right? So whenever you want to store number in a table, so you have to write here int. Int stands for integer. Hope that is clear. Or you can write number as well. Both are applicable. But in my course, I prefer writing int. This is simple. Is this clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now coming to the next one, customer name. In customer name, we have here alphabets, right? So whenever you want to store alphabets, you have to write varchar. And within bracket, I will write 50. Varchar stands for variable character. What is that? We will discuss in detail, don't worry. And I have written 50 here because the meaning of 50 here is, it means in this maximum you can store any data which is of 50 character length. If you're trying to store data which is of more than 50 character, it will not accept. So just on a safer side, we write 50 here, but it is purely your wish. If you want, you can write 40, you can write 30, you can write 20, you can write 100, your wish. Okay, I prefer writing 50 here. After the class, I will share all this code. So if you want, you can try all those things. Okay. Now, the next is the transaction amount. So in this transaction amount, what we are storing?
Numbers.
Numbers. Okay, good. So for this, what should be the data type?
Integer or decimal,
INT.
also we can use it,
A
right?
decimal, I
it's a-
will, decimal or float, I don't want to trigger that discussion now. We will discuss
Oh,
that
okay,
down the line.
okay.
Okay, but you're right. We can use decimal as well, float as well. Okay, but to keep the thing simple now, I'm
Yeah,
just
just it was
focusing on.
amount. I thought that because there can be
No, no, you are
amount where,
correct.
yeah, it
Correct,
can
correct.
be
Totally agree.
0.2 digits. Yeah.
Correct. Totally agree that as per the amount, it can have decimals as well. So the better to keep decimal. I totally agree with you. But to keep the thing simple, I'm focusing
Yeah,
on this
got
two
it.
data types from. Okay. So this will be int, and then location. What should be the data type of location?
Varchar.
Char or varchar. Char.
Varchar. Again, I will not discuss char now. Okay, that's good. You know about char. So you are right. You can use char as well, but I'll be preferring varchar. So here, net, I have introduced you only two data types. Int, if you want to store numbers or integers, or whether it is having decimal values. And if you want to store alphabet, you have to use varchar 50. You can use varchar 40, 30, 100, your wish. But safer side, I prefer using 50. If your question is, then we can write varchar 100, you can write that as well. But in that case, it will be wastage of a space, which we'll be discussing down the line. Okay. I don't want to trigger the discussion of data type. Then we will start discussing about the data type only. I want to show you some, at least some basic things today, because it's a demo class. Okay. So now then you have to put a semicolon at the end and then select it. And then you could see here this run button is there, right? I hope it is visible to everyone. It's the run button. Okay. You can click on the run button. And the shortcut is Control Enter. If you don't want to click on the run button here, there's a shortcut in your keyboard. It is Control and Enter button together. So that will also execute it. So you could see at the bottom, it is written table has been created. So successfully we have created a table. Any questions so far?
No.
No, sir.
So far, so good. Now, suppose if you want to verify that my table has been created correctly or not. So for that, you have this DESC keyword. DESC stands for describe.
The moment you will write DESC, the SQL engine will understand that, okay, what you want to do. Okay. So DESC, and this is very important. I know many of you have this concern that Tanvir, I know the basics of SQL, but I fail while writing complex SQL query. So one of the reason is you don't know the meaning of each and every keyword and how internally it is executed by the SQL engine. That is very important to understand. Now, when I will write DESC customer, it means I'm telling to the SQL engine that please describe the customer table which you have created now. So now see, I will run this. Now you see, this is the output. So SQL engine is telling me that the table name is customer. Now, notice one thing here. When I have created this customer table, I have written this customer all in lowercase, right? You could see everything is in lowercase here. But when the SQL engine is showing this, it is all in uppercase. That is purely your wish. I will show you one more thing here. Now see, this customer, now I have written everything in uppercase. Check the output. Are you getting the same output or not? Right? So that is why the table name, the column name, the reserved keywords, everything is case insensitive. It means you have full freedom. You can write it in lowercase, you can write it in uppercase or any case. This is not like Python. I know in Python, if you're thinking, there you have to be very alert even with the reserved keywords, right? In Python, you have this print keyword. Okay, if you write this, it will not work. It will throw error message because the first character P is in uppercase. But the SQL will never bother you with all this cosmetic stuffs. Okay. SQL just need a strong logic from you. If you're smart in building logic, you'll be smart in SQL. Okay. So now you could see it is describing the table, customer, and the columns, whatever we have created, cust ID, customer name, transaction amount, and the location. Again, you could see everything is in uppercase. So that is what I have mentioned earlier, that please don't worry about the case. At least if you're talking about the table name, column name, or the reserved keywords. SQL is case sensitive with data that we will see it down the line. Okay.
Tanvir, I have a question. We have used here describe customer to fetch to see all the data, right?
Not data,
So,
the structure of table.
sorry, my bad.
No
Structure of query. So in SSMS SQL Server, SP underscore help,
SP
something like that.
underscore execute, yeah.
Yeah, SP
EXEC is
underscore
there.
help. So
So I will.
similarly, in MySQL, what we use, I remember we use database. Then after I I have forgotten.
I
Just
will.
want to know for most commonly used database what we use instead of describe in those DB.
I will show you that one by one. For those databases as well, I will show you like what is an SSMS and again what is the shortcut for it. If you don't
Yes.
have this keywords, then on the left side, no, I will show you that. Just give me some time. Okay, on the left
Yeah,
side you have the table name. Just you have to right click and it will show you the entire structure. Okay, I will show you that. But is this clear so far? Now here the next is null. What is this null? Please ignore it for the time being. So when I will discuss the null, I have shown you in the syllabus, right? We have the null, we have a separate column for null, right? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that one? God. So you could see here, we have a separate section where we're discussing about null. So then I will discuss in detail. So for the time being, please ignore this, okay? And then these are the data type. You could see it is number here, and this is varchar, number and varchar. Here you might be thinking it is varchar2, so please ignore it. It is because in Oracle, varchar is known as varchar2. So Oracle is the only database where you can write varchar or you can write varchar2 as well. Both will work. But varchar2 doesn't work in other databases like SSMS or Postgres. It will throw error message that is why my recommendation is to use varchar always. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes, sir.
So far we have studied that how to create a table and to add columns along with some simple data type. Okay, and then we have studied what is a reserved keyword, what is a user-defined keyword, and if you want to see the structure, so we have this DESC and the table name. So this will describe the table, whatever you have created. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So you have created a table. Now, what next you have to do? After this, what you will do?
Insert the data.
Good. Next is to insert the data. Okay. So when you want to save or insert data, we have insert keyword, insert into customer. The meaning of this is we are telling SQL engine that we want to save some data or we want to store some data into the customer table. Then you have to write here values. It means you are telling SQL engine that these are the values which I want to save. So I will write some what I written here. Custom transaction amount is 200. Location is Delhi. I think I have written. Okay. Then you have to give semicolon again at the end, and then select it. Click on the run button. So you could see here one row has been inserted. Now, few points you have to be very careful when you are storing the data. One thing, you have to strictly follow the sequence. Sequence means if you have inserted, if you have written here cust ID first, then it should be the customer ID only. Okay. Next is customer name. Then here the next should be the customer. You see the second column is customer name. So here also it should be the customer name. Third column is transaction amount. Then there should be the transaction amount. The fourth is location. This should be the location. So you have to strictly follow the sequence. Please don't disturb the sequence here. Please don't reshuffle it. If you will reshuffle it, it can throw error message. This is one very important point. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Second important point. The column which has data type as varchar. You could see here customer name data type is varchar. Location data type is varchar. The column which has data type varchar, those records, those data must be within inverted quotes. You could see here Bharat I have written in inverted quotes. Delhi location data type is varchar. I have written within inverted quotes. Correct? So this is second important point. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
Tanvi. Just
Mhm.
here one question, like what I recently I was working on one of the query. There
Mhm.
in date field, I didn't take a string, single quote,
Indeed.
so it gave error. But when I take like date, today is 25th Jan, so
Mm,
20 in single quote, if I took date 25
mm.
Jan 2024, it was working fine. So
See,
why we
date I have not covered now, but yes, for date, the syntax is little bit different. So for that, what you can do, I'm not covering the date now because you have asked the question. That is why I'm just explaining it quickly. I will tell you. For date, suppose you have a column date of birth, DOB. Okay.
yeah,
So
correct.
for that, you have to write the data type as date. Few other data type is also there, like time is stamp is there. So date is one of them. Now, if you want to store this, so what you have to write? You have to write 2_date. Okay. And then whatever value, suppose the date of birth is 2nd. Okay. Then this is the data. This is how you have to. This is one of the format I'm showing you. You have many other formats as well. So in that case, you have to store it in this format. Okay. So this is one of the format. Then you have 2_char as well. So when I will discuss about the date, I will cover that part now. Hope that is clear.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay. Any other question?
Tanvir, the
Hmm.
data which you have written Bharat and Delhi, now this is case sensitive, right?
I will come to that, but you are right. This is case sensitive, and I will show that as well. Good question.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had been experiencing trouble connecting to this meeting, so I disconnected several times and rejoined. I just
Okay.
wanted to ask,
Hmm.
we do have a recorded session of this demo class as well, right?
Oh, yeah. But everything is getting recorded. Once the class is over,
Okay.
maybe in another 30 minutes or 1 hour, we will share the recording. Don't worry.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay. No issue. No problem. Any other question so far? Okay, good. One thing I want to tell you, like during the course, because I know we have participants with different background. Okay, so few are non-technical. So during the course, I'll be strictly following this sequence. Strictly means maybe one or two topic can be shuffled. Maybe suppose if I'm teaching you create insert, I can move to in operator, and then I can come to upper or lower. Okay, a little bit it can be shuffled. But more or less, I'll be following this sequence. Sometime what will happen? I'm teaching suppose upper and lower case. Okay, and you have a question, suppose related to decode. So that I will not be covering in the class because that will break the momentum. And the other participants who are very new, they might get confused. Okay, that how can we move from insert or lower to decode? Okay. In that case, what we used to do, like your class timing is 7 to 9. If you have any such question, so after 9, I will tell you that, okay, now the class is over. If you have any question from anywhere in SQL, now suppose if you have a question from joins, it happens, you're working in project and you are stuck somewhere in the concept of joins and you need my assistance. Then at 9, you can stay in the call, or those whoever is interested, you can stay in the call. Then you can ask question that, okay, Tanvir, I am working in a project, or I got this question in an interview, I'm stuck here. Please help me. Then I will help you at that moment. Okay, but that will happen after 9, because during the class, if I will take no, we have faced this. Many of the participants who are very new, they will be confused. Okay. But during the course, you have full freedom and ask any question. Okay. So now, any questions so far? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
Tanvir.
So net, what we have discussed, how to create a table, very simple syntax. And again, don't think that this is the only syntax. We can add few more complexities in it. Like we can add a primary key constraint. Those who know SQL, that is why I'm telling this, because you might be thinking that that is not present here. So you can add primary key constraint. You can add integrity constraint. You can add check constraints. Okay, many other things are there which can be added. But because I have mentioned, I want to keep the thing simple here. That is why I'm showing you one of the simple syntax, how to create a table. And then I'm showing you here how to insert data into this custom table. Hope so far so good. Everything is clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you might be thinking that, okay, fine. Then you have created a table, you have inserted the data. Can you show the data to us? Okay. So if you want to display the data, if you want to show the data, whatever has been saved in the table, so for that we have select keyword. Okay. The meaning of select is to display. Okay. The meaning of select is to display.
Sorry to disturb.
Hmm.
When we will update varchar 2
When you update varchar, so you didn't get your question?
in table in create table syntax, customer name, there is a varchar in bracket 50, right? There is a varchar 2 also, right? When we will update.
1 minute. Okay.
No,
I will
Alt and
request-
Shift.
I will request to go on mute. 1 minute. Hold on. I muted everyone. If you have some question, you can unmute and you can ask. But let me answer that varchar 2 question. Actually, in this nowhere I have written varchar 2. Okay, let me tell you the story then. Here I have not written anything varchar 2. Now you might be thinking that, Tanvir, when you have executed this describe table, then how it is varchar, right? That is what you're thinking. in Oracle database, you have this varchar and varchar2, both the database, both the data types are available. You can use varchar or you can use varchar2, that both are allowed. Okay, so that is why inbuilt, the Oracle will show you varchar2. But I have not written varchar2 here because varchar2 is not applicable in most of the databases. Okay, if you will try the query, suppose if I will write here varchar2, this will work. It will not throw any error message. But if you will practice this in on any other databases, no, suppose SQL Server or Postgres, it will throw error message. But that is why, not to confuse you, I have written here varchar, but internally this Oracle has converted that to varchar2. That's not a problem here. They both are one and the same. Have I
Okay.
answered the question?
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Or let me show you that. 1 minute. Let me show you that. Suppose I will create a table, employee. Okay. I will write here employee ID. And now I will show you with number. And suppose we have name. I will write here varchar2. And suppose this is 100 this time, or anything you can take. Okay. Now I'm creating this table. You see, table has been created. I have written varchar2 this time. Okay. If you want to see the structure, describe employee. Now see, this is having varchar2, correct? So you can write varchar, you can write varchar2, but in Oracle only. In other databases, if you write varchar2, no, it will throw error message. And that is why I don't want to confuse you, because this is just the beginning. So I want to keep the thing simple here. So that is why I have written varchar. Hope it is clear.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, perfect. And please feel free and ask any question. Okay, anyone, you have full freedom to ask question. Now, so I have inserted this table. Now the question is that, okay, fine. Tanvir, you have created a table, you have inserted data. Can you show the data which you have saved in the table? So whenever you want to show the data or display the data, it is known as display in the technical world. If you want to display the data, for that we have the select keyword. Okay. The meaning of select is to display. The moment you will write select, no, your SQL engine, it will understand that, oh, user wants to display something. Okay. Now, whatever columns you have, customer ID, you have customer name, you have transaction amount, you have location, you have to write those column names and then write from which table. Okay, from which table you want to display this. The meaning of this query is you are telling SQL engine that please display customer ID, customer name, transaction amount, and location from customer table. Okay. Now here you might be thinking that, Tanvir, here you have created the customer table. Then why you are writing from customer? Engine already knows that there is a customer table, but still why you are mentioning it, right? The reason is in a database, you can have a lot of tables, right? You have created this table recently. Suppose in your project, your colleague is also working. He has also created a table at the same time. Then how the engine will understand if you write only this, that this column is present in which table? And in a particular project in database, you can have thousands of tables. So do you want SQL engine to search in all those tables? It will become very hectic for the SQL engine, right? So that is why you have to mention from which table this column you want. And that's the reason we have written from customer. It means we are telling SQL engine that you want these columns which are present in the customer table to please display. Okay. Now you click on the run button. Now see, this is the output. Hope this is clear.
We can use asterisk mark as well, right? If
I
we
will come
want.
to that. Yes,
Okay.
yes, I will come to that. Is this clear?
Tanvir, if we change the order of the column, the same,
I will
it
come
will
to
be
that.
displayed the same way, right?
I will come to that. I will come to that. This part is clear, whatever I've covered now.
Yep.
I appreciate many of you know SQL. Good. I will come to all the scenarios, whatever you have told. Is this clear, guys, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, here it is not necessary that the order in which you have created the table, same order you have to write here. It is not necessary. It is not mandatory. Even if you want, you can reshuffle it. Let me show you that. Suppose I want to display location first. Okay, I can keep it here. Now check the output. Location is getting displayed first, no? And then you have customer ID, then you have customer name, then you have transaction amount. So here in select, it is purely your wish. You can write it in any order. The SQL engine will display that in that particular order, whatever you will write here. Suppose you want to display only location and customer name. You don't want to display transaction amount, because many times it happens in the project that the amount, that the transaction amount, the amount which your investor has invested, if you're working in HR database, the salary of each and every employee, these all data are confidential. Okay, so suppose your client told not to display that. Your client is telling, I want only location and customer name. So you can write only these two columns as well. So engine will display only those two columns. Let me show you that. See, you are getting only location and customer name, only these two columns. So in select, you have full freedom. You can write whatever column you want to display in whatever sequence you want to display. Is this clear? Any question?
Yes.
Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now here then you can ask a question that, okay, fine, then we're here in the customer table. I have only 4 columns, so I can write it manually. But suppose I'm working in a project and I have 100 columns. If I have to display all the 100 columns, so then do you think that I have to write each and every column manually? It will become very tedious task, right? So in that case, you have this star or asterisk. Okay, so you write this, and then from customer, the moment you will write this star or asterisk, the meaning of this is you are telling SQL engine that whatever column you have in this customer table, please display all the columns. Okay. Now see, I will execute it. It has displayed all the columns. So this is a shortcut. If you don't want to write all the columns, you just write a star. So from this, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants to display all the columns, so whatever is present. But if you will use a star, so the output will be exactly in the same sequence how it has been saved in the table. You could see here customer ID is there, then customer name. So you have your customer ID and then customer name. Then you have transaction amount and location. You have transaction amount and location. Is this clear?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if the number of like fields are in a large amount, like there's 100 of entries in the database, and you just told that selecting the asterisk, it shows us each and everything that the database has.
Correct.
So what if we want not to access the whole data, but let's say 90% of it, or we just want to leave 10 or 15 fields and we want to show the rest of the 90s. So would this asterisk still work, or is there a different query for that?
You are asking about the fields or the records?
The records, yeah.
Records. For that, we have where filter condition. So when I will come to that, I will explain you how you can apply filter. I will cover it today only. I will show you that.
Okay.
Okay. Now here I have inserted only one record. Okay. Now let me show you for few more records. One more thing. Very good thing in SQL. It is not necessary that I have executed this query here, then the next query or next script I have to write after this. This is not a Python or Unix. It happens in those programming languages where you have to strictly follow the sequence. In SQL, you have full freedom. One query you have written here, another query you can write here, or you can write anywhere. It's your wish. Okay. Now I want to insert few more records. Maybe this is ID 2, 3. I forgot
Tanvir,
the
sorry
name.
to interpret you, but I have a
You have to
query.
tell. Yes, yes, tell me.
The guy who asked right now the query, I want to just add on to that. I think he's saying about if there is a 100 column, how can I show the 90 column? Because writing a 90
Okay,
column is also a tedious work. So is there any other
correct.
alternative?
Good
Yes,
question.
yes, this is what I actually wanted to ask. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. If that's the question, that okay, fine, I have 100 columns, and in out of 100 columns, I just need a 90 columns. So again, for that, you don't have to write any script. For that, there is a shortcut. I don't have that Oracle license version here. On the left side, no, I will show you tomorrow in the SQL Server, but at a high level, I will tell you if you have access to the licensed version of Oracle or SQL Server, you can explore it today. On the left side, no, you might have seen there will be a tree graph. You can see that the different databases, the schemas and the tables, right? If you'll click on that, just right click on it, it will show you all the column names. Okay. And then you will be having option of create table script. So automatically it will give you all the column names. Okay. But in then the columns, what you don't want, you have to manually ignore those columns. Okay. But if you want to exclude a particular column, you don't have any script that you can write to exclude those columns. If you want to exclude records, that you can do with the help of SQL query. But the columns manually you have to exclude whatever you don't want there. So one thing it can do for you, you can just what I told you, create table script. It will show you all the 100 columns, whatever is there in the table, and then manually what all columns you don't want, you can exclude it one by one. I'm not sure if that is
Okay.
clear. So maybe tomorrow I will show
Okay,
you that
okay.
on the SQL Server license version, or if you're working in a project, you try that. Okay. If you're getting a struck, you take the screenshot and show that in the group. I will tell you.
So you just ran some queries, right? First you selected the customer ID, and then we interchanged the order.
Correct.
Uh,
There.
and yeah. So for the next query, like before adding the next query.
One minute, one minute, one minute, one minute. Okay, now please unmute and ask. I've unmuted everyone. Please unmute
Yeah.
and ask. Yeah, yeah, Janmay.
So, yeah. So, before writing the next query, don't we like how does it work? What query does it take? I mean, don't we need to comment out the previous ones, or like how does it work?
See, if I'm writing all the query in one go, then we have to comment it out. That is why I told, like, what all queries you want to execute. You select it. Like, suppose here, I want to execute only select the start from customer, this query. You see, I have selected it. And then I'm
Yes.
clicking on the run button. Then the engine will understand that, oh, Tanvir wants to
Okay.
execute this query. Okay, that is
Okay.
the
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it.
That is the thing. And then I have given here semicolon. That is also one of the reasons. Okay, now see, I will remove the semicolon here, and just here I will click and I will run this. So see, it is confused here. It is giving some random outputs, which we don't know what is this, right? A lot of other outputs are there, confused, right? So that is why you have to give colon here, semicolon, select it. Once you will select it, engine will understand that, oh, user wants to execute this query only. But what you're telling about commenting, that is correct. I agree. It happens in Python if you're executing a set of code, and if you don't want
Yeah.
the interpreter to execute a particular code, you have to comment it out. So that option we have here as well. When you write like 10, 15 lines of query in one go, and we want to debug it, you can comment it out here as well. For that, you have this one.
Okay. Okay.
This
Okay.
double hyphen. It will comment
Double
it out.
hyphen. Okay. Okay.
Hope this is clear.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now 1 minute, 1 minute. This record is inserted twice because I have inserted it 2 times. So for that, I will delete this. Please don't ignore this query, whatever I have written, delete. Ignore this. Don't consider it. I will explain this after some time. Ignore it. Okay. So now you could see we have 3 records. Okay, one more thing. Suppose you want to insert 3 records in one go. So what you can do, you can write this query. I have the first record 1 Bharat 200 Delhi, second Aman 150 Chennai. Third record is this one, 3 John 300 Pune. I've taken some dummy data here. Okay, so you just keep the semicolon at the end, select all these three and click on the run button. So see, all these three records will be inserted at the same time. And then if you want to check the data, you have to execute this, select the star from customer. Now check the data. Now see, all these three records has been saved in this table. Now you might be thinking, but that Tanvir, okay, I have 1 million record and I want to insert it in the table. So do you think like this I have to create each and every record? So actually the syntax, what I'm showing you here, this is the basic syntax. When you want to manually insert 10 records or 15 records or 20 records or 100 records, you can do it. But when you have to store millions of records in a table, let's say the example of Amazon, millions of transactions are happening on a daily basis. Then we have a concept of loader in each and every database. So then what you have to do, whatever data you have to just keep it in an Excel sheet or maybe CSV file or .txt file or XML file or JSON file. And in your database, you have to write some query, and that is the task of a data engineer or SQL developer or ETL developer. From that, it will directly extract the data from the Excel sheet and it can load into the table. In those cases, you don't have to manually write each and every insert script. Hope it is clear. Okay.
Yes.
So now I have inserted three records in this customer table. Let me keep it here. So this is our customer table. Okay, now, so far we have discussed how to create a table, how to insert data, and few basic syntax we have discussed. Okay, now suppose here, now my manager is telling me that, okay, Tanvir, I want only those customers who are from Delhi. Okay, is that clear? My manager is telling I don't want all those customers. I want to check how many customers are from Delhi. So it means you have to apply filter here, right? And filter is very common word these days when you're doing shopping. So there also, suppose if I want to buy a laptop, so I will apply filter, right? In Flipkart or Amazon, I will apply a filter that I want 16 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM. So I will go to that RAM part and I will apply filter. And suppose I want hard disk 500 GB or 1 TB, whatever, maybe I will again apply filter, correct? Similarly, in the world of database, you have an option to apply filter. And for that, we have this where keyword. So when you will write where, the SQL engine will understand that user wants to apply filter. Is that clear? Now tell me one thing. Out of these four columns, customer ID, customer name, transaction amount, and location, on which column you want to apply filter as for this question?
Location.
Location.
Good.
Location.
Have to apply filter on the location column. And which location we want? Delhi.
Delhi.
Okay.
Delhi.
Now let me execute this query and check the output. Okay, so this is the output. Now tell me yes or no. Is this the correct output?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, this is the correct output. Now we are displaying only those customers who are from the location Delhi. Now let's try to understand that when I clicked on this execute or run button, how at the back end SQL engine is giving this output. For that, first of all, you have to understand the order of execution. This is very, very, very important. Okay. There are certain order of execution. The first is from, then you have joins, then you have where, then you have group by, aggregate, having, select, distinct, order by. You have
Group by
that.
and order by are same or different?
They are different. They are very different.
Okay.
Actually, I could say you that there is no relation between them. We will discuss it. Okay, but yes, they are very different. There is no relation between them. Okay.
Mm.
Now you might be thinking that suddenly what Tanvir has written here, don't worry about it. Okay. And all those things will be covered down the line in the course. This order of execution means you are writing query with a select. First of all, you have written select, then a start. But when you click on the run button at the back end, actually lot of tasks is performed by the SQL engine. Okay. You are thinking that, okay, you have written this query, you have clicked on the run button, you got this output. But at the backend, SQL engine is doing a lot of tasks. And that is one of the important things you have to understand. Okay. First of all, your engine will check the syntax of the query. Syntax means, suppose I will show you one thing here. This from customer I have written here, no? Let me write it after where. Let me write it in this way. It has thrown error message, right? Why it has thrown error message? Any idea?
SQL engine is not able to interpret exactly like it has not gone to first it will go to table, then it will check the what as per order of execution, and it is that is not matching, so it has failed to provide the solution.
Okay. The reason is we are not following the syntax. We are not following the rule. That's all. Okay. So when you execute a query, first of all, your SQL engine will check that are you following the rule or not. Here we are not following the rule of the SQL. That is why it has thrown the error message. Now, what is the rule? The rule is you have to keep from before where. This should be before where. This is the way you have to write a query. Everything is same. If you will check this query and this query, everything is same. Just what is the difference? The sequence I have changed, right? So that is why here the SQL engine has thrown error message. And if I will execute this query, it will give me the output, right? So that is why when you execute, when you're clicking on the run button, the quickly SQL engine will check whether the user is following the correct syntax or the correct rules and regulations or the protocols or not. If you're not following the correct rules and regulations, even if the table name is there, filter is there, everything is right, it will not give you output. So at the back end, your SQL engine is verifying whether you are following the correct syntax or not. Is that clear?
Yes.
Is that clear? Okay. Now, second thing. Let me execute this query. Oh, why it is throwing error message? Syntax is correct. I have written from, then I have written where, then why it is throwing error message? Any idea?
Employee,
Yes,
we haven't created a
employee.
table called employee.
Good.
Yes.
Because this location column is not in the employee table, or maybe employee table we have not created at all. So this is known as semantics check. It means your engine will also check that the table name or the column name which you have mentioned, whether that particular table or column exists or not. That is known as semantics check. So we are thinking that we have just written the query and we got that. But you see at the backend, engine will check all the system and then it will give you the output. Is that clear?
Yes.
Hope it is clear so far. And then after that, it has the parser, it has the optimizer, many other steps are there. We'll discuss it one by one. So one more thing. Now here, coming to this one. So this has given the correct, oh no, not this one, no, 1 minute. Sorry. When I executed this query, I got this output. Now, very important thing which you have to understand here. You started executing this query, you have written first select, then you have written star, from, table, and all those things. But the way how your SQL engine executes the query is different. the SQL engine will start executing query with from keyword. First of all, it will execute this. That is what I have written here. This is the order in which your SQL engine executes the query. And I know many candidates, they get confused here. They will ask that, okay, Tanveer, you have written select first, then why engine is picking from first? Because this is how engine executes. So when you're executing this query, first of all, engine will check whether the syntax is correct or not. Semantics means the table name is correct or not, the column name is present or not. Then it will pick this. First of all, from. So first of all, it will execute the from keyword. Okay. From customer. From customer meaning is we are telling SQL engine that we want some data from the customer table. The moment SQL will look at this, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants some data from the customer table. So your SQL engine will start searching this customer table in the database. Okay. And then it will find that, oh, this is the table from which the user wants the data. So now this task is from customer task is over. After this, which keyword will be executed? Any idea? From is done. Then
Like in our query, where clause is there, so it
where.
will go for
Good.
where.
Then engine will go to where keyword. Now, when the SQL engine will look at this where, the SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants me to apply filter. That is why I told you in the beginning, it is very important to understand the meaning of each and every keyword here, each and every word here. What is the meaning of where? The meaning of where is to apply filter. The moment SQL engine will look at this, the engine will understand that, oh, user wants me to apply filter. The next question is on which column? Then the engine will find here that, oh, your user has mentioned location. It means user wants to apply filter on this location column. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then engine will see that what data user is trying to filter out. Okay, you have written Delhi. Now this is Delhi. Then here SQL engine, one by one, it will check each and every record. It will check Delhi. You are searching for Delhi. It's an exact match. So engine will select it. Then it will go to the next record. 1 minute. Then it will go to the next record. Okay, one thing I want to ask you here. We are searching for Delhi. So engine has found Delhi here. So do you think engine will stop here or it will keep on searching?
It will
will
keep
search.
to see if we have more Delhis or not.
It will keep on searching.
Good. And this is consistent throughout SQL, irrespective of the keyword, whatever I'll be teaching you. This is common.
Sir, could you please
Whatever-
repeat the question once?
The question is, we are searching Delhi here, right? And when the engine will search for this Delhi, engine will find that, oh, the first record is Delhi here. So do you think engine will stop here or it will keep on searching the next set of record? So the answer is yes, it will keep on searching. Please don't think that this searching is equivalent to our searching of key. Sometimes it happens no in our house, we forget where we have kept the key. Okay, we'll search it. And suppose I will find that, oh, the key was placed on top of fridge. So then I will not search anywhere. But that search is different and this search is different. Here, even if you'll find the Delhi here in the first record itself, the engine will not stop here. It will keep on searching. Even if you have millions of records, it has to keep on searching each and every record. And the reason is you have Bharat here who is from Delhi. Maybe you have other record. Maybe you have Michael, you have Abdul, you have any other employees who are also from Delhi. So that is why it is the responsibility of SQL engine to check each and every record. Maybe at some other place it can find Delhi. So it will not stop here. It will keep on searching the entire set of records till the last record. even if you have millions of records. Is that clear?
Yes.
And is there any time constraint for it?
There's
Like
no time
before,
constraint. No,
so
no time constraint.
if we add another query before, like before it has completed searching, then what happens?
I didn't get your
If we add
question. If
another
you
query,
have another query
if
here,
we add like if we add another query, like if we search for customer name column right after the location
that's a different
column.
scenario. That's a different scenario. In that
Okay.
case, you're adding two conditions, right? Question is right that
Yes.
okay, Tanvir, your location Delhi, and I want to add one more condition. Then I have to check whether the next condition which you have added, that is with the and operator, or operator, in operator, not in operator, what you have added. Then engine will check the next condition as well. We'll come to that.
Could we go back to the page where you have written the queries, please?
Sure. This one?
Yeah. So from select asterisk from customer where location
Uh-huh.
is equal to Delhi. So
Mhm.
right after that, if we select asterisk from customer where transaction amount is equal to this and this. So would that keep on searching the location by then, or it would have been it would have completed the searching for Delhi and it will shift to the transaction?
1 minute, 1 minute. Let me write that query first. Suppose I've written transaction amount 200. Is this your question?
Yeah. So my question was right before we entered the transaction amount. So we were searching for every person who is from Delhi, right? The search engine will keep on looking for if there are a million
This
searches.
this query is separate. This query is separate. They don't have any relation with each other. If I'm
Okay.
executing this query, this will be separately executed. This is separate story. This query
Okay.
is nowhere related to
So
this
there won't
query.
be so there won't be any priority clashes, right?
Let me complete. Let me complete. This
Okay.
query, if you want to execute, you have to select it. You have to click on the run button. This will be executed separately. And this query, you have to select, you have to click on the run button. This will be executed separately. If you're executing this query, engine doesn't know whether you have this query or not. Engine doesn't know about this. Engine
Okay.
will only know that okay, user wants to execute this query. Okay. Have I answered your question?
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but if we
Huh.
want, like, I believe that will be the next step. I'm not sure. But if, like,
Two
where
conditions.
location is Delhi and transaction amount is
That will
200.
be the next step. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
That we will cover after this. Okay.
Okay.
Valid question. And that is a more practical one. I totally agree. We'll come to that.
Okay.
Okay. Good question. So yes, so I was telling you that we have applied filter on the location column and we are searching for Delhi. The first record is Delhi, so this will be selected. Then engine will check the next record. So this is Chennai, you are searching for Delhi. So this is not the same one. So engine will reject it. This will be rejected. Okay. The next record is Pune, you are searching for Delhi. It is different. This will also be rejected. Now you don't have any other record. That's all. So from customer is over, where location Delhi is also over. These two keywords we have executed. What next? Select, right? Then you are left with select. Now, what is the meaning of select? What I have taught you. What is the meaning of select? The meaning of select is to display. Good. You have written here select a star. It means you are telling SQL engine to display all the columns, whatever you have. So engine will first of all copy all the columns and the records which you have selected. We have selected only this record. The engine will finally display this as an output, right? That is why when I executed this query, you got this output. But this is how SQL engine executes the query at the backend. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. I hope so far so good. It's clear to everyone.
So Tanvir, the order of execution is from, where, and select, right?
Correct. First of all, from, then where, then select will be executed after that. You're right.
So from is the location where it is pointing. Where
Then
is the
filter
condition or the
condition.
filter, and then it will display. Select will be the
Correct.
display.
Correct. From
Okay.
customer, it means the table from which you want data. So engine will copy that. Then whatever filter you want to apply, it will apply filter. And then whatever you want to display, it will display after that. This is how it will work.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now, let me add one more record in this table. Let me add one more record. Suppose 4, and we have Abdul here, who is earning 400, and he's also from Delhi. Yeah.
Can we display two locations with where clause?
That also you can do, sir. For that, we have to use in operator. We'll discuss it. I will show you that. Is that fine? After asking question, I'm not sure where are you. Okay, I think you are muted. Okay, so now we have one more employee, Abdul. Okay, let me show you the data first. Select a star from customer. Okay, now we have this data. Now we have 4 records. I've inserted one more record. Now I know you might be thinking here one thing. Okay, no, I want to check. Do you have any question, anyone? No questions? Okay. You can ask one question. No?
It is
That
not in
Tanvir,
the series.
it's not in series. That Abdul you have inserted at the last, correct? Then why it is getting displayed on the top? So it is purely the wish of SQL engine. It can display data in any format. If you will ask me that why John is displayed at the last, sorry, I don't have any answer for it. It is purely the wish of SQL engine. If your question is that no, Tanvir, I want this to be sorted in ascending order or descending order, then for that we have order by keyword. Maybe we'll discuss it tomorrow. And then I will show you that how with the help of order by, you can sort the data in either ascending order or descending order. But if you have just written select a star from customer, what I have written here, now this one. So here the
So
output
if we have,
let me
if we
complete.
have,
Hold
if
on.
we have,
Let me
oh,
complete,
sorry.
sir. Hold on. So if you have just written select a star from customer, if you have not written order by, it is purely the wish of SQL engine. It can display order output in any format. There is no guarantee for it. Maybe the next time if I will execute the query, the output can be in any other format or can be in the same format. There is no guarantee. If the question is that no, I want this output to be in a particular order, ascending order or descending order, then we have a keyword order by, which I'm not going to cover now. We'll discuss it maybe tomorrow. And with the help of that, you can sort it in a particular order. Now you can ask what you're asking.
Yeah. So if we have sorted it by using order, then will it align the existing queries according to it, or would the new queries will also be aligned
No,
according to?
existing queries, whatever you have executed, their transaction is over. Now the next query, what you will execute, that
Okay.
cannot impact the previous query. Their transaction is over. Okay, their transaction is over. Is that clear? Can you tell me, sir, yes or no? Is
Yes,
that
yes,
clear?
yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay. Now suppose we have this data. Now again, my manager is asking me the same question that okay, that will show me the employees who are from Delhi. Okay, so I will execute the same query. This was the query to get the employees who are from Delhi. I will execute this query here. Now check the output. Now listen very carefully and just answer me yes or no. Do you think this is the correct output? as per my
No.
manager's requirement?
Yes.
Yes or
No.
no? Two output
Uh,
I have got.
Actually, it's a correct output, but there are two Delhis with different cases. So he has not
Good.
filtered the uppercase Delhi.
So I have written this query and this is the output. If I will show this output to my manager, my only question to you guys is, can please answer in yes or no. Do you think my manager will be convinced with this output?
no.
Of course, no, right? My manager will tell me that Tanvir, I could see Abdul is also from Delhi, but in the output you are showing only Bharat. Okay, so I don't think this output is correct. Please revisit your query. Correct? So do you think that question which has been raised by my manager, is that a valid question?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
that is
valid
purely valid
question.
question. My manager is telling Abdul and Bharat, they both are from Delhi. Then why you're displaying only Bharat? Okay, now let's check. Now let's try to analyze it. That why this SQL engine has displayed only Bharat. Again, in this query, which keyword will be executed first? From customer. From customer means engine will take a copy of the customer table. So this is our customer table. Okay, we'll keep it in the temporary memory. From customer, task is over. Let me change the color from red to green. Its task is over. Then which keyword?
Where?
Where keyword.
Mm.
So here you are telling SQL engine to apply filter on which column?
Where?
Location column. Correct? Okay. In location column, what you are searching?
Delhi.
DELHI, Delhi. Okay. Now tell me one thing. The Delhi, what you are searching here. So engine will start scanning each and every record one by one. So is this Delhi same as this Delhi? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Not same, right? Suppose you're logging into Gmail, okay, and your password in Gmail is, suppose Tom at 123. This is your Gmail password. Suppose if you will write like this, will you get access?
No.
No.
No. Why?
They are not
Because
So the
matching
case
to each other.
it is
is conflict.
case sensitive. In your password, T is in uppercase, but you have written here T in lowercase. So engine will throw error message. So, sorry, your Gmail will not give you access. You all know this, right? In day-to-day life, we are using that. Similarly, you are searching for Delhi, where D is in uppercase, ELHI are in lowercase. But here, this Delhi has all the characters in uppercase. My question is, do you think this and this, they both are same? Yes or no?
No.
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 No. So this will be rejected. Then engine will go to the next record. Do you think this Delhi and this Delhi are same?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, it is same. So this will be selected. And these are very different. So this will also be rejected. So finally, which record you have selected? You have selected only this record, correct? And then engine will come to select a star. What is the meaning of select? To display. You want to display something. What you want to display? All the columns. So engine will display all the columns along with the record which you have selected. That is why this Bharat is just coming in the output. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
can we do
Hmm.
something to like figure can we do something in our syntax to make it an effective tool for the
I will come to that.
SQL to do?
I will come
Yeah.
to that, sir. I will come to that. 1 minute, 1 minute. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
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 Okay. Now, if I will tell this explanation to my manager that, sir, this is the reason data is case sensitive, that is why we are not getting the output. So my manager will tell me, then it is your headache, right? You are a technical guy. It is your headache that it is case sensitive or whatever it may be. I don't know how your SQL engine works. Okay, I need all the customers who are from Delhi to be displayed, whether Delhi is in uppercase, lowercase, proper case, camel case, so whatever it may be. That is your headache, Tanvir. I want all the customers who are from Delhi. This is what my manager is telling me. And this is purely valid concern of my manager. You all agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now just keep on listening, okay? I want to show you something here. Keep on listening. Now, then I thought that I'm not getting Abdul in the output. Then let's do one thing. I will write this query, okay? Now for this query, check the output. Now I have this output. Now this is fine. Now I got Abdul in the output. Now tell me, if I will show this output to my manager, do you think he will be convinced with this?
No.
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 Why?
Bharat is absent.
Good. Then my manager will tell me what comedy you are doing here. Now you are showing Abdul. Where is Bharat? You have shown Bharat here, you missed Abdul. Then you are showing Abdul here, you missed Bharat. So I don't accept this. Then I can tell that, okay, you execute this query and this query separately, you will get both outputs. Is this a feasible solution?
No.
No.
Right? Why? Suppose if you have another customer where suppose Delhi has been written like this, then again you have tried to add a separate query for this, right? Then you'll be having three queries, right? Or
Yeah,
maybe
instead of
someone,
sorry.
are you telling something?
Yeah, I was like, instead of that, we can use a like operator, and then we
I'll
can
come to
in
that.
that way. Okay.
I'll come to that. Okay. But light will also not work. I'll come to that. Okay. So this is not a feasible solution, correct? Now what to do? I'm thinking, first of all, so far the things are clear, yes or no?
Yes.
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 Yes, yes.
Okay. Am I going fast or is the pace okay?
No, no, it's okay.
It's
So-
fine?
No.
Okay, good. Now I'm thinking what to do. Then I will do a small modification in this query. I'll write here upper. Don't worry about this query. What is this upper? Please ignore it. I will show you the output. Just look at the output and tell me yes or no, you are convinced or not. Now this is the output. Now tell me, is this the correct output?
Yes.
Okay. Now if I will display this output, my manager will be convinced that, okay, fine, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Now you might be thinking that, Tanvir, if we have a data where all these are in lowercase, even if you have this data where everything is in lowercase, this will also be captured here. Don't worry, I will show you that. Okay. But now the question is that what magic this upper keyword which I have written here, it has created that we got both the records irrespective of their case, right? That is the question now, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Let's try to understand how this query is getting executed by the SQL engine. Now, I will not explain this. You guys have to explain this to me. Tell me here which keyword will be executed first. From. Good. From key customer. What is the meaning?
Then,
1 minute. What is the meaning of from customer? It means we are telling SQL engine that we need data from the customer table. Engine will search this table and this is your customer table. So from task is over. Then
where?
where keyword. What is the task of where?
To filter out.
To filter.
To apply filter. Now hold on here. Listen very carefully. This is confusing little bit. After where you have written upper and then you have written location. Now what is the meaning of upper and location? will
From
mute
the
everyone.
location column. Okay.
Convert Delhi to upper format, all syllable to upper format.
So the meaning of this is we are telling SQL engine that in location column, whatever you have, please convert that in uppercase. So engine will convert whatever is present in this location column to uppercase. Everything will be converted in uppercase. Is that clear?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
clear? Okay.
Okay,
Now
yes.
hold on 1 minute. You could see everything is converted in uppercase. Now, hold on. I have a question here. If everything has been converted in uppercase, now let me check the data in this customer table. You could see in this customer table still this Delhi ELHI is in lowercase. Chennai, this is in lowercase. Pune, this is in lowercase. So right now I told you that everything will be converted in uppercase, but in the table still records are there which has lowercase. So how is it possible?
So does it convert any of the letters, any of the one letter to uppercase and then execute, or the first letter of the word?
No, I told here that whatever is present in this location column, everything will be converted in uppercase. You see here, everything has been converted in uppercase, no? Right? So if I'm telling everything is converted in uppercase, then you guys can ask question that Tanvir, but in this customer table you executed now, and we could see that now this is in lowercase, this is in lowercase, this is in lowercase. Then how you could tell that everything is converted in uppercase, right? Valid question.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is a
Maybe
backend process where it converts location Delhi to uppercase, and then it brings in the data that we are commanding, like we need these many records, who is having like Delhi record location.
Okay. Okay. Any other thought?
it's the engine who is sorting the Delhi. He is making all unique Delhi, and then he is giving the data. And whatever the data is in the sincere case, the same is displayed.
In the
Okay.
back
Okay.
end, we are
Hmm.
converting location into upper format, every row wise record, and then we are matching with the uh,
Hmm.
this one original table column location, and whenever it
Okay.
is matching, we are fetching that data, those
Okay.
records.
Okay. Good. Suppose you went to a restaurant, okay, and you told that you want to eat biryani. Okay, your waiter is there. You told to the waiter that I want biryani. So what waiter will do? He will go into the kitchen, right? And there'll be a cook will be there. He will tell him that there is a guest who is looking for biryani. So your cook will start preparing biryani, right? Now my question is, suppose there is a customer Tom and he is sitting on the dining table. Your waiter is telling to the cook that please prepare biryani. Now, my question to you, this cook will start preparing biryani in the kitchen or on the dining table? Where?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen, obviously, right? Similarly, what all activity I'm showing you here, that this table will be there, filter will be applied, everything is happening in the temporary memory. Is that clear? So this has been converted, but where? In the temporary memory. Don't think that if I have written upper location, so engine will change the main table upper location data. No, the main table is here only. It will not touch it. It will just take a copy, and everything, whatever I'm showing you, it is happening in the kitchen, right? So similarly, the SQL engine will do all these activities in the temporary memory, which is not visible to you. It will convert this in uppercase, but where? In the temporary memory. Don't think that Tanvir is telling that it will be converted in uppercase. So in the main table here, it will convert everything in uppercase. No, this will be converted in uppercase. Yes, of course, but where? In the temporary memory. Is that clear?
So during the time of displaying the data finally,
Huh.
so it will display it all together, like the original table plus the current query.
See, this is the original table, right? From here, I'm taking a copy. This is the table. I will come to that. I will explain you. Okay. So upper location, this will be converted in uppercase, right? Now, In this upper location, what you are searching now? You are searching this Delhi, which has everything in uppercase, correct? I have written everything in uppercase. So engine will start searching in the upper location column one by one. Is this Delhi same as this Delhi? Yes. Next record. Is this Delhi same as this Delhi?
Yes.
Yes. Now this two will be rejected. Now, so you have selected these two records. Now, this record you have derived from which record? From this record. It means you selected this record. Is that clear?
Yes.
Then this record you selected from this record. So it means you have selected this record, correct? Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this clear to everyone so far?
Yes, sir.
So where task is over, filter you have applied, then engine will come to select a star. What is the meaning of select a star? To display
Display.
all the columns. Then from this table, engine will display all the columns. Now, listen very carefully here. Now, here you can ask a question that Tanvir, you're told everything is converted in uppercase, but then why this is in lowercase? This is in mixed case, whatever was present in the table. It is because this activity which I have performed, where I have performed this? In the kitchen, in the temporary memory. So once the engine will display this, then engine will clean all those things. Everything will be deleted from here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. If it is clear, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Take your time, think over this, don't be in a hurry, then answer it. Okay, don't be in a hurry. Now, suppose if this is the query, what will be the output for this query?
Same
This is-
Abdul and Bharat will come.
Same, and
Yes.
Abdul and Bharat will be in the output. Okay, any other thought?
No.
You all agree? Abdul and Bharat will be in the output?
Yes.
No, it
Yes.
won't be.
Okay, someone told no. Can you tell me why?
Because we are writing in a lower case now, right? So
Okay,
how upper will work over here?
okay, okay. Let's do one thing. I will not execute this query. Okay, let's do our own analysis and then we will check the output of SQL engine. That will be more interesting, right? Okay, let's start. First of all, from customer, the engine will take a copy of the customer table. So this is the copy. Okay, from task is over. Next is where upper location equals daily. What is the meaning of this? We are telling SQL engine that we want to apply filter on the upper location. So first of all, we have to derive upper location in the temporary memory, which is nothing but our kitchen here. 1 minute here, this format, I have to check it. Okay, what is the meaning of upper location? Convert everything which is in the location column in uppercase. Let me convert everything in uppercase. Done. First of all, any questions so far?
No.
Is this clear to so far? Is this clear so far to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Nothing new I have taught. Everything, whatever I've covered here, I have just replicated here. Okay. Okay, this is done. Now, in this upper location, what you are searching, ladies and gentlemen?
Delhi.
You are searching this, correct? D is in uppercase, E, L, H, I are in lowercase. This is what you are searching, right? Okay. Let's start one by one. Is this daily same as this daily? Yes or no?
No.
No.
No, this is not same. If everything has been converted in uppercase, so this daily and this daily are not same. So this will be selected or rejected.
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 Yeah.
Next record. Is this
Rejected.
daily same as this daily?
No.
Rejected.
Rejected.
This will also be rejected. Have you selected any record?
No.
No. Then engine will go to select a star to display. Do you have anything to display?
No.
No.
No. Check the output, please. No data found. Is this
Yeah,
clear?
because we need lower. If you write lower over there instead of upper, I believe then it would work.
Then also it will not work. I will show that. But is this clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Because
Okay.
D is capital, so lower will also not work.
I'm not talking why you're discussing about lower. I'm not discussing about lower. Let me complete upper first. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
This is clear. Actually, this is contradictory statement. Many times when I take interview, so participants, I will get this answer that I will get all the output. Abdul Bharat will be there. Then few candidates, they will reply. They will check here that, okay, D is in uppercase, ELHI are in lowercase. They will match it with this. They will tell Bharat will be in the output. No, nothing will be in the output. Is that clear to everyone? Actually, see, this is a contradictory statement. Why I'm telling this is a contradictory statement? It is exactly like suppose you went to a veg restaurant and you're asking for non-veg. So that is purely a funny incident, right? So you have told here SQL engine to convert everything in uppercase. Then why you are searching the lowercase values? Engine has converted everything in uppercase and you are searching here lowercase ELHI. Will you find this?
No.
No, that is why I'm telling this is a contradictory statement, conflicting one. That is why there is no output. Is that clear?
Mm.
Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not
Yes.
getting that strong response. Tell me this one.
Sir, there's some confusion with the previous query and the next query.
Tell
Like,
me what is the confusion?
yeah, so in the code line number 20, so we select asterisk from customer where upper and then the location. All the letters are in capital,
Correct.
uppercase.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it executed fine.
Correct.
And yeah, and when we selected it with only the first letter as the uppercase, it did not. So
Correct.
why this conflict?
It
Like,
is
how
because
did it work when? How did it work? Like the question is, how did it work when every letter was in uppercase, and it didn't when few of the letters were in lowercase and the first letter was in uppercase.
okay. So actually, this is what I have explained here. So when you've written everything in uppercase, so it is getting exactly matched here. Daily and exactly matched. Now here, same thing. You converted everything in uppercase, right? But what you are searching here, you are searching D is in uppercase, but ELHI are in lowercase. You only tell me this and this, are they both same?
No.
No, it's not same, right? Here you are searching where D is in uppercase, but ELHI are in lowercase. But here you converted everything in uppercase. So do you think they both are same? No. So that is why this is rejected. This is also rejected and all the records are rejected. And that is why this query is not giving any output. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I have one more question. If I will write like this, then what will be the output?
Same, no output.
No.
Very good. No output. Because again, same thing. You have written upper location. It means you are telling please convert whatever is in the location column in uppercase. So everything will be in uppercase. Then, sir, why you are searching lowercase values? Will you find it? No,
No.
no data found. Is that clear now?
Yes.
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 Okay, one last question. One last question. What about this?
No data found.
No data found.
No data found. Very good. So net, what we understood, if you are using upper, everything has to be in uppercase. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now exactly same way you have lower, but this I will not explain. You guys have to explain this to me. I will not run this query. Let's first of all analyze this query. I know we are on time. Quickly, I will cover this. First of all, from customer. So this is your customer table. After that, which keyword?
Where?
Location.
Where acts as a
Yeah,
filter. But this time, what we have written?
Convert
Lower
all into
location.
lower.
Lower.
Very good. Convert all the values in the location column in lowercase.
Lower. Yes.
So everything will be converted in
Lower.
lowercase. Okay. Now within this, what you are searching?
Delhi.
Daily. Everything in lowercase. So this is same as this and this. So this two record will be selected and this two will be rejected. So what will be the output?
Abdul and Bharat.
Abdul and Bharat, you will get in the output. Let me show you that. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me, if I will write like this, then what will be the output?
No data found.
No data found. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I will stop here and we'll continue from tomorrow. So those who have registered for the course, so from tomorrow we will share the link in the target group. So those who wants to continue for the course, those who wants to involve, you can connect with me on my personal window. You all are there, and I think in the ACE18 group. Okay. Or if you have any question now, you can ask. We will share the recording. Maybe it will take 1 hour. We will share the recording and everything. This workbook, the notes, everything will be shared in the generic group. Okay. Do you have any question, anyone, from this content or from topic perspective?
Can we get the topics of normalization of this?
Sorry, normalization.
I get the explanation for the normal topic.
Sir, if you're asking like a robot, how I will understand what normalization you are telling? Are you asking whether we will cover normalization, denormalization?
Yeah.
Is that your question? That's
Yes.
a part of my ETL course. Okay, but fine. If most of you want me to cover, I will cover it at the end. Normalization, denormalization. That is fine, no issues. But that I cover in my ETL course. Any other question?
Tomorrow the lecture schedule is 7 to 9, right? The same time.
Every day, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. IST. The course duration is 1 month.
Okay. And the
Okay.
payment should be screenshotted to your number or the other number which is there in the group.
Any number. I think you are there in the ACE18 group. There also we have mentioned a number. You can make the payment there. Okay. Or you can make payment on this first number as well. This as
Okay.
well, your wish. Okay. But please mention while making the payment your name and the batch name. Batch number ACE18 is your batch number. Share the
Okay.
screenshot. We'll add you in the group.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Fine then, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you for
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.